Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you are new to my channel, hi, I hope you'll consider subscribing, and if you're back, welcome back. Today I'm here with an unboxing of a kit that was sent over to me from Mary's Diamonds. You guys, Mary's Diamonds offers a really lovely selection and wide variety of licensed diamond painting kits. They work with a lot of different artists in the art community, and I've worked on and completed a few different kits from them. I'm going to link to all those below in case you're curious, but they just had a new artist collection launch here relatively recently, and they asked me if they could send over a kit for me to share with you all. So they did let me pick some of my favorites, and I was like, here's a couple. Whatever you guys want to send over, I'll be super grateful for. So I don't know exactly which kit is inside here, but I'm really looking forward to taking a look. And I'm going to strive to give you guys a completely honest and unbiased opinion. But of course, I want to be completely upfront and transparent when I say that this was sent to me for review. So let's get into the box. How are you guys doing today? I hope your day is off to a wonderful start so far. This is how the box came shipped. So I think this might be, I'm not sure when they started doing this, but I do think that they started regularly double boxing their kits. So you're gonna see that we have like this cardboard box on the outside and then the Mary's Diamond kit on the inside. I guess I could have used more of an actual blade to take care of that, but that's okay. So let me take a look. All right. There's a little sticker stuck in there, but I think it'll just be easier to take a look here. So this is Mary's Diamonds. This is their branded box. They have some info on the side about how to diamond paint. There's their branding. They have Instagram and Facebook. There we go. Again, there was a little sticker tucked in here that I think is what all was included. I accidentally cut through it. So you know what? I think it's good. It tells me what the artwork is inside here. And if that is the case, I'm very, very excited. Let's get into it. So we have the cute little ribbon tied around the outside. That's not a must-have, but it certainly is a cute little touch. The canvas material on the back, it feels like kind of that soft lint canvas, but it's a really nice material. It holds drills really nicely. So here's the kit I have to share with you guys. Is she not going to be perfect for Drills and Chills and Festival of Witches? I am so excited. So let me share with you what all was included. So it looks like we have our basic toolkit right here. And honestly, one of my favorite things about Mary's Diamonds is their sparkly gold tweezers. I love their sparkly gold tweezers so much. So you can take a look. They are very sharp on the end, just FYI, but I love their gold tweezers. We have a basic pen that comes with a squishy and a multi-placer on the one end. Sorry, my camera wants to focus on what's happening in the background. Oh, this was a cover for the tweezers. So I'm going to keep those covered so I don't stab myself. I also got another thin plastic multi-placer for if I want to place more than one diamond at a time. We have some pink wax, plenty of it. We're also going to have a basic white tray. Actually, it's a really nice big size too. And then I don't know if these are included with all of the kits, but we've got some of these. Sorry, my camera doesn't want to focus on these for some reason. These are a set of trays with lids. There's multiple sizes in here, and they each have corresponding lids. So that is a nice inclusion. Same thing over here. I don't know if this is included with all kits or just happened to come with mine. But this is actually, there's a metal tip in there. So this is a diamond painting pen. And actually I think that's really fun with the big diamond on the top. So, and it actually, yeah, you twist in it. This way and stuff. So again, I don't know if those were just included like as part of a promotion or anything, but if nothing else, I think that those are probably available to purchase in their shop. So let me set this to the side. I want to take a look at this canvas. Oh my gosh, she is gorgeous. Now let me give you all the info. The artist for this particular piece, I want to make sure I pronounce it correctly, is Yaroslava Guskova. Sounds very Russian, but I am not sure. That's just my guess. But this is a new collection as of July 2022, or August. I think it launched maybe at the end of July, but it's now currently the beginning of August. But this is a new collection that just launched. I really, really love this artist's artwork a lot. And I love, love, love to look at this artwork. And I thought, ooh, I can work on that for Drills and Chills and the Festival of Witches. If you didn't know, I am hosting Drills and Chills this year, which is a diamond painting and crafting community event that centers around all things autumn and Halloween. And kind of a sister event is one that my friend Lindsay at Emeralds and Fairy Lights is doing called the Festival of Witches. I'll be sure to link to her announcement video so you can take a look for all the requirements for that. And I'll also link to the Drills and Chills one as well, but that's just a little sidebar. But if you wanted to check out what Mary's Diamonds has to offer, like I said, everything is legally licensed. And since we really are highly encouraging and in some instances requiring licensed artwork for these events, this is a really great place to check. Anyway, let me take you on a little tour of the canvas. Though I suppose you're probably curious to know what the name of this piece is. I gave you the artist. The name of it is Astronomical Witch. And again, the artist is Yaroslava Guskova. And let's look at this canvas together. So up here at the top, we have the branding for Mary's Diamonds. We also have this pink border that goes around most of the canvas that has Mary's Diamonds. The back of the canvas, like I kind of mentioned earlier, it is really soft, but it does not look to be very fold prone, which is a good thing because I feel like a lot of this particular material of canvas sometimes is really, really wrinkle prone. I am not seeing that with this canvas. Already it is laying flat beautifully without me even having to roll it backwards. I'm not having to like try to work out any creases at all in the canvas material. It sounds like a small thing, but really I do really, really appreciate that, especially with companies that use this kind of, I think it's called short lint or soft lint. But the edges as well, they're scalloped and finished, so you're not gonna have to worry about any fraying. We have a legend over here at the top left. It looks like we're gonna have a total of 39 colors. And if you take a look over here, the number that's here in this right column, this is the same as the DMC color code, which is a color code that's used with some floss in cross stitch. So it's the same kind of color system that they're using here. There's a thumbnail of the original artwork. Focus camera. The size on this is 50 by 50 centimeters. And there's the title again, Astronomical Witch, and the artist Yaroslava Guskova. Again, this was licensed from the artist. That means that not only does Mary's Diamonds have the permission of the artist to use this artwork as a diamond painting, but they're also compensating the artist, which is super, super important to me and to many other creators and crafters as well. Here is the info for Mary's Diamonds social. Be sure to follow them there so that you can stay up to date with their new releases and sales and whatnot. There's a spot here that is basically a little customer service message. You can reach out to them if you have any problems or anything like that. And then over here on the bottom right, we have another legend. Looking at the drill field together, it's printed very, very clearly. This does remind me of the symbols that I worked with on the kit Illuminate, which I worked on, was that early this year or late last year? I'll link to the post review that I did with that kit. I really enjoyed so much about that kit, so I'll let you go and take a look and see what you think. But the symbol clarity does look really nice. I don't see any symbols that I'm having trouble reading or anything like that. I'm seeing a pretty healthy mix of color blocking and confetti. Color blocking is when you have areas like this one up here where we've got a whole lot of this is the Sigma symbol. And so if you like to use a multi-placer, you can use that in these areas. If nothing else, you'll have that color in your tray for a while. areas with lots of color blocking like this tend to go a bit faster than areas that have lots of confetti. So a good example of some confetti is if you take a look at kind of this part of her hair. And her earrings and whatnot. There's lots of color changes in a small area. You're probably going to mostly single place through there, and those areas tend to go just a little bit slower. So I really like to have a nice mix of both in my canvases, color blocking and confetti, because confetti keeps it interesting, but color blocking keeps it moving. So I want both. Let's do a measurement and see if we are true to size. Mary's Diamonds does use poured glue with their canvases. You can usually tell if a canvas has poured glue if it has a clear plastic cover like this. So this measured exactly 50 centimeters left to right, and it is just a tiny tick shy of 50 centimeters top to bottom. So I'm going to call that true to size because it's listed as 50 by 50, and I give companies a centimeter or two of wiggle room. The poured glue on these canvases, I didn't have any trouble with mine last time. It's very sticky. It's really sticky. I don't generally recommend you put your fingers in the glue like that, but I just wanted to test the stickiness for you. I didn't have problems with my diamonds falling off my canvases from them. There's a little bit of extra stickiness. It looks like it's spilled past the edge of the, like well past the edge of the drill field there. So I'm either going to cover that up with some washi tape. It's just in this area right here. I'll either cover that up with some additional washi tape, or I think you can use like alcohol on a Q-tip or something and kind of lightly clean that off that way, but that's okay. It happens. I'll let them know, but I'm not too worried about it. We've got our whole set of drills in here, and it looks like there's a paper inventory sheet in here as well. So let's open this up and take a look. I do think that, I'm just thinking back to some of my previous unboxings and Mary's Diamonds kits that I've worked on. I do think that them shifting to double boxing their canvases, like taking the box that the canvas is in and putting it inside another cardboard box, I do think that that really helps, because I do feel like I remember one of my older, like maybe a couple years ago, Mary's Diamonds canvases getting a little crunched. It was fine, but I like that there isn't any crunch in this case. So we have an inventory sheet here that includes that original artwork again and the size. ABs, this is going to have some ABs in it. I'll be sure to point those out when we're actually looking at the diamonds. And if you're not sure what AB means, I'll tell you more about that when we're actually looking at the diamonds. So we have the DMC here, and then it looks like they told us how many of each of those colors are going to be there. And then they have done the drills or diamonds by weight in Ziploc baggies. So I will probably cut this out and feed this through my sticker maker, and then I will use it to kit up the diamonds out of Ziploc baggies and into storage containers. Generally, I don't like to work out of Ziploc baggies because, at least in my climate, I tend to run into a lot of static when diamonds are in Ziploc baggies, and I just am too klutzy to work with Ziploc baggies reliably. So I'll take these and I'm going to pour them into storage containers, and by turning that paper into little sticker labels, I can put those on the containers, and that'll just make working on the kit that much easier. So here is just one of the bags of diamonds. This right here is going to be the DMC number 3746. It looks like they've given us maybe the unit number or the model number for the kit. Come on, camera. And the size, so that it's really easy to match up what kit this is going to go with. I'm probably going to leave the inventory sheet tucked in with these diamonds, and I'm still going to leave this canvas and these diamonds all stored together in the box that they came in, but just in case you were to store them separately, it's easy enough to match them back up again. 15.89 grams, that's the weight, and I don't think that I ran out of any colors when I worked on Mary's Diamonds before, but if I were to run out of colors, I'm sure that I could contact them and ask for more, replacements. So it looks like I got this kit with round diamonds. They do also have some square diamond kits as well. I'm trying to remember if you can pick, or if it just depends on the kit if they offer it in round or square. But looking at the diamonds so far, they look like they're nice quality. I am seeing really consistent shapes and sizes, so I'm not seeing any diamonds with concave bottoms or anything like that. Now, so here's a good example. This bag looks like it has some static because we see the diamonds really wanting to cling to the sides there. If you're working with Ziploc baggies, whether you're kitting up out of them and just trying to pour the diamonds out, or if you're working out of them exclusively, if you want to get rid of static, there are lots of suggestions out there. To be honest, my tried and true method that works every time is just to cut up a dryer sheet into small squares and stuff a square or two of dryer sheet in the bag and kind of just move the diamonds all around it and then shake it a bit as well. And that tends to get rid of the static for me. Like I said, there are lots of other suggestions and ideas that people will share, but to be honest, the dryer sheet just is, that's my old standby that works every time. Let me just toss things here. I think that we're gonna find these ABs, yep, here at the back. So these were roughly in DMC order, but I just kind of pulled them out willy-nilly to show you. But here are the two I wanted to make sure that I pointed out. So right here, these two colors are a special kind of diamond called an AB diamond. AB stands for Aurora Borealis, and just like the Northern Lights have a really beautiful shimmery and iridescent effect, these diamonds have a super sparkly coating on the tops of them that makes them glimmer and sparkle even more than regular diamonds do. The areas that these have been charted are going to catch your eye. It's going to highlight those areas and draw your attention to them. It can pick up some of the colors of the diamonds around them as well. But we've got this pale pink and this yellow AB diamond in here. So let's take a look, and I want to show you where we're going to find those two colors. On the legend itself, it's down here at the bottom. That's where they put those two AB colors. So we're going to look for these two symbols. Starting at the bottom, I see a little bit of the yellow AB here in her collar. I see, there was not a lot of that yellow AB, but there is some, there's actually several here in this magic or neutron that she's got going on her finger. There's a little sparkle of that yellow AB up here. And then just a few up here in the yellow accents on the top of her witch's hat. And there's maybe a half dozen here on the brim of her witch's hat as well. So I love those. That's really, really nice AB placement, I think. The pale pink AB placement, I see a little bit here at the end of her braid, and a few sprinkled, just like dotted throughout like the braid itself. That's going to be a really pretty highlighting effect as well. A little bit here on the top of her hand, not much, just 4 or 5 of them, which I appreciate. To be honest, I am not generally a fan of ABs and skin tones, so I like not seeing a bunch in skin tones. I do actually see quite a bit of that pale pink AB sprinkled throughout here in this background. There's quite a lot of it actually. It's confettied with a few other colors, but that's definitely gonna have some sparkle. It's a little bit over on this side as well. So it's kind of that pale pink that's going to be the color that's in between these purples, dark pinks, and then to this kind of white color. Yeah, there's going to be some of the pale pink sprinkled through there. I see some more of the pale pink AB lightly sprinkled through these areas, going up to the top. Sorry for the glare. And then some of the pale pink AB in here as well, just kind of sparkling in the background. Along with that though, we do have some in her hair, actually a lot highlighting in her hair right here. A lot of these brightest parts, the brightest pink you're seeing is that pink AB. There's a little bit, it's like they did some highlighting on the, like she used a light sparkly eyeshadow on the inside corners of her eyes. We have just a little bit of that pink AB right here and right here. A little bit here on her hair, and then just a tiny bit here on the side, like the skin right next to her lips. So let's take a look at that original artwork again. So yeah, it's gonna function as like really highlighting in her hair and giving some extra sparkle to the background, just the edges right before we get to like that white part of the background. And then the placement of the yellow AB really makes sense to me as well. So I really like what I'm seeing as far as ABs go. I don't know that I'll necessarily make any changes, but I'm generally not one to be brave about making any changes or additions, but I do really like what I'm seeing. And at first glance, the render looks nice. It looks like they have maybe tried to do some hand touch-ups so that we're not going to have lots of unnecessary confetti. That is something I've run into with them once or twice before, but this, honestly, this rendering looks really, really lovely. I really do like what I'm seeing, and I really do think that I will try to work on this one during Drills and Chills and Festival of Witches this year, because it's a nice size. It's 50 by 50. The materials all look really nice to work with, and like I said, I worked on a kit called Illuminate last year. Again, I think it was a little less than a year ago, that I'll link to the post review for, and I just remember really enjoying working on that kit. So Mary's Diamonds does have a lot of really lovely things to offer. Like I said, all of their artwork is licensed. It seems like they're fairly often running sales, and the quality on their kits is good, and they also seem very receptive to customer feedback. They have made a number of changes and improvements since they launched a couple of years back. So I am all about a company that is willing to listen to customer feedback and to try to make changes and continue to improve. Thank you so much to Mary's Diamonds for sending this over for me to share with you all. Again, this was part of their most recent new artist release. The name of the new artist, again, is Yaroslava Guskova. The name of this piece is Astronomical Witch, but there are several other pieces from this artist that they released as part of these new releases for summer 2022. I will link to them below. I'll link to all of Mary's Diamonds socials and whatnot. I would love for you to go and take a look. I don't get any kind of kickback whatsoever. I just am letting you know that I genuinely think that this is a really, really, really nice product. And if you take a look and you see something that you like, I absolutely say go for it. So my friends, let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was helpful for you. And yeah, I appreciate you being here. If you're not already subscribed and want to see a lot more diamond painting content from me, feel free to subscribe. I put up videos pretty regularly. You can also hit the bell to be notified when I share new videos. All right, my friends, have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll chat with you in the next one. Bye.